25 laps for the Helger South Coast Power Equipment Pure Stocks as they roll out onto the racetrack. And to bring the field down is going to be third generation racer out of Acushnet, Mass, driving the Leach Auto Body car number 27. It is Emily Brightman.
To the outside of Brightman on the front row out of Coventry, Rhode Island, the Boss Lady Graphics TTM Motorsports F&H machine number 3 for Max Bergstrom.
Happy birthday to this driver from Fall River, Mass, the TTM Motorsports RJV Construction number 77. It is Joey Morissette.
Starting in the 4th position is the number 67. That is Timmy Willett.
G&G Auto Body, TFB Racing, bring us your defending Pure Stock champion out of Taunton, Mass. The 0 for Greg Perry.
6 on the grid is car number 41 out of Dighton, Mass. The TFB Racing Dutch Auto Body and Jerry's General Maintenance machine for Danny Massa.
The J. Lavoie Appliance Repair, Elmwood Auto Service, car number 01 rolls off next. Two-time former Pure Stock champion out of Swansea, Massachusetts, it's Scooter Scott Sestodio.
On the outside of row number 4 out of Swansea, Mass, the Benoit Motorsports, Artie's Auto Parts, and Sampa Wraps number 2 for Doug Benoit.
Car number 4 rolls off next out of Taunton, Mass, the Menard Motorsports machine for Justin Menard.
10th on the grid out of Taunton, Mass, car number 53 for Arthur Miak.
Car number 15 rolls off on the inside of the next row out of Westport, Mass, driving the Lambert Brothers Racing, Helger South Coast Power Equipment number 15. That is Jeremy Lambert behind the wheel.
To the outside of Lambert in spot number 12 out of Middleborough, Mass, a priority pre-owned Boston area door company, Ellis Pool Covers number 95 for Alice Benoit.
One Shop Technology is the partner for car number 23 out of Fall River, Mass. It's Mark Senkowitz.
Starting to the outside of Senkowitz is car number 14. The Harvey Landscape Services Sanford Sun Auto Parts number 14 for Justin Riel.
Next up on the grid from Bridgewater, Mass, making his Pure Stock debut, car number 47 for Jacob Kirk.
Starting 16th on the grid out of Yarmouth, Mass, it's car number 34 for Sam Lincoln.
Second generation racer out of Tiverton, Rhode Island, driving car number 20. It's Jared Cordera.
And rounding up the field out of Taunton, Mass, the HNW Motorsports Mark Murphy Auto Body number 03 for Mike Henricks.
Mike broke an axle in practice earlier today. They had to rush back to the shop to get a new one. Yeah, they got that car in time for the main event. Souza gives the field a one-to-go signal. The Helger South Coast Power Equipment Pure Stocks ready to have at it on the 3rd mile. Emily Brightman on the point, ready to have at it and bring the field down. Max Bergstrom on the outside. Joey Morissette, Timmy Ouellette, row number 2 as they get ready to roll off of turn number 4. Green flag unfurls and the 2020 season for the Pure Stocks is underway.
Down the corner they go. Into turn number 3. It's the 77 and Morissette down below Bergstrom as they race off of turn number 4. But leading lap number 1 is Brightman in the 27 as they race into 1.
First lap this young lady has ever led, the 3rd generation racer out of Acushnet, Mass. The Brightman family, she gets kicked up to the high side, however, as Morissette slides by underneath. He takes the lead, looking to celebrate his birthday week in style. He's got Perry, Sestodio. Here comes Benoit to the inside of Bergstrom, all on his tail.
Down through 3 and 4 they go. It's Morissette leading the way with Perry and Sestodio all over the rear bumper of Perry as they race through 1 and 2. Down the back they go. Benoit takes over that 4th spot, and here comes Danny Massa racing for 5th.
Massa down to the inside of Bergstrom as he falls back one more position. Menard sits 7th on the field, and here comes Jeremy Lambert, the number 15. The 67 Tim Ouellette slides back one more spot into 8th. Down the back stretch, top 4 cars nose to to tail. We expected the fight between these top 5 cars, just not at lap number 5, as it's Morissette leading the charge down into 1. Sestodio slides up the racetrack, takes a look to the outside.
Perry all over the rear bumper there of Morissette as they start to approach some lap traffic for the next couple of laps. We'll see how that factors in. Morissette takes another lap lead down into turn number 1. Sestodio riding a bit higher of the lane off turn number 2 as Doug Benoit looks to challenge beneath him into 3.
Sestodio lining up that top grooves. They hit turns 3 and 4. Top 2 bumper to bumper off the corner with Morissette and Perry nose to tail. Benoit slides it down to the inside, but Scott Sestodio, the black and red 0-1, works that top lane down into turn number 3, evens up with Morissette off of turn 4.
Well, we've seen that top lane work. It works very well. Most notably last year we started a lot with Mark Jennison, and now Sestodio using it to his advantage, powered from 4th to 3rd, now fighting for that lead through the corner as they're side by side off turn number 4. Morissette able to beat him off 4 as they race into 1.
As Sestodio backed off the throttle with Cordero right in front of him, didn't want to run over the rookie, settled it back in, knew he had some time as the momentum works that top lane into turns 3 and 4. 10 down, 15 to go. Morissette continues to hold a half a car length advantage over the Ricky Salisbury machine down into 1 and 2.
Down the back they go, and it's a 5-car mob into turn number 3. Morissette, Sestodio still battling side by side. Sestodio's keeping up with Morissette on the outside, just can't seem to find a way around him. And he's got Greg Perry, Doug Benoit, and Danny Massa right alongside as Perry fights underneath him for second.
Morissette now with a little bit of breathing room to the outside as Sestodio's got to regroup up in that top lane, the Lion Gate Real Estate machine. Perry working down to the inside. Meanwhile, behind them, Danny Masser in that black and red 41 all over the deuce of it. Doug Benoit. Doug takes a look to the outside. Here comes Masser down low as we've hit the halfway point. 13 down, a dozen remaining. Down into turn number 1. Sestodio continues to work the top side with the 77. Morissette showing the way.
Down the back into turn number 3. Down to the bottom. Sestodio goes far on the line. Little contact there and a big check up there. Perry has to slam on the brakes. Benoit got into the back of him. Everyone's still rolling though as they race through 1 and 2 down the back.
Some hard racing up at the top of the field when Perry and Sestodio made a little bit of contact. You can see the respect they have when Perry backed off the throttle. Benoit had a jam on the brakes as they all but ran over that orange, green, and black number 0. Up to the top side, here comes Sestodio again as they close in on the 23 of Mark Senker. It's to put him -1. Sestodio to the bottom. Morissette caught up on the outside. Down into turn 1. Sestodio on the inside lane. He looks for the lead off of turn number 2.
Power move from Scott Sestodio. Crossover now from Morissette. He's not going to get the nose under it. Here comes Sestodio off turn number 4. He'll lead that lap. He couldn't quite make the top line work. Fights to the bottom and ends up taking the lead. Now off 2.
Patience is the name of the game for that 2-time champion in the 0-1. Morissette throws it in hard and deep. A little bit of contact. Morissette gets the run in down to the inside of Sestodio to back off the throttle. Now we've got another battle for the lead. Morissette down low. Sestodio up top. Give the lead back to the 7 down into turn 3. Sestodio with a crossover move.
Off the corner they come. Morissette holds on to that lead, able to hold off the crossover from Sestodio as they race down, but the 0-1 is Sestodio all over the rear bumper of Morissette. Not going to let him go lightly as he tries high once again. Dips down below through 3.
Morissette looking for the win to kick off the season to celebrate his birthday. Sestodio, sometimes it almost seems like he's toying with him. You see him jab on the brakes just a little bit sometimes, not to run over him. Down at the 3, Sestodio again takes a look to the high side. 4 laps to go. A little bit of tap of the back bumper down to the inside goes Sestodio. Morissette shuts the door one more time.
Close call there, but Morissette able to shut that door as those top 5 still bumper to bumper. Perry now letting Sestodio know he's still there with Benoit and Massa in tow. Massa to the outside of Benoit now as they're bumper to bumper off turn number 4 across the stripe.
A couple of lap cars in front of them could make the difference in this one with 2.5 laps remaining. Down the back straightaway they go. Sestodio trying to find a way by. Pushes the 77 down into 3. 2 cars in front of him as they come off of 4. Twin sticks up. Top 5 cars under a blanket down it to 1.
2 laps to go as they race down to 1 underneath lap traffic. Sestodio practically pushing Morissette through the corner there. Morissette down into turn number 3 has to fight off the speed of the 01 to Sestodio. A little bit of contact there as they come off 4.
Off of 4 for the final time across the stripe, down into turn 1. Morissette slides up the racetrack. Sestodio gets a nose up down to the inside. Off of turn number 2, a drag race into 3. Sestodio has the advantage. Morissette sideways and goes around off of turn number 4. Scott Sestodio picks up the win. Perry will finish second. Third place, going to the 41 of Danny Massa, Doug Benoit. Finishing 4th on the grid, and Max Bergstrom rounding out the top 5. Morissette goes from 2nd to the tail off of turn number 4.
Yeah, the car got real tight. I ran way too many laps on the outside trying to go around the outside, and I had to drop in, and when we got down into turn 1 over here, everybody, the 77 slowed up more than I thought he was going to. I definitely wasn't going to make that move over there. I'm not saying I wasn't going to do it over here, but I didn't mean to get into him over here, but it's part of racing now.
How fun is it to get back in and have a battle like that to start off the season?
I tell you what, it's been a rough week. I had some health issues this week. I pulled it together to get here for tonight. A lot of work over the winter. I was really happy to win this race. I have to thank my family. Everybody helps me with the car. Crystal, my girlfriend. I always forget to thank her. Just everybody. Billy Schwinard and Jody Schwinard for putting me in the car. Jay Lavoie, Appliance Repair, Elmwood Auto, Joe, you're the best. Craig Bianco over at Springville Memory Care, AK, everybody. A lot of hands in this car, and we got more work to do with it now.
Well, a round of applause for your winner once again, Scott Sestodio.